Good morning, students. How are you all? So, let's start today the new topic. I am going to explain the chapter number 7, force and pressure. That is for physics chapter, that class 8. Right? So, what is a force? When you come to me, when you come to stand and in front of me, someone will push you, someone will push or pull. That is nothing but the force has been applied. The force has been applied. Right or wrong? That is nothing but we are applying the force. What is a force? It is a pull or push. When changes to tense, the change the state of rest. If it is stand, if the force is there, when in my hand is there here, if it is there, if I apply the force, it will push the changing the displacement, the changing the position, the changing the position. If I apply the force, if I apply the force, it will go towards another place. The changing the displacement, changing the position. When I apply the force as applied, right? So in this topic, so many definitions has been applied. I have took that one. So in this effect of force. What are the effects of force applying? When a force is applying, what are the force? Force can cause motion in a stationary objects. For example, this is the board. Any object will be there. If I apply the force, then maybe it will fall down. The board can maybe fall down. Right or wrong? It may be broken. It may be broken, that board also. That is the causes of the motion is in a stationary object. If any object I have applied the force, it may be fell down. It may be broken. Right or wrong? So next, the second point. Force can stop the moving object or slow it down. If the force is applying, if the vehicle is moving, it slow down, and we can apply the force, we can stop of the vehicle. We can stop of the slow down. It is in the downward direction, in the downward position, the vehicle automatically will moving. We can go and stop the car or vehicle or any object, right? So we can slow down that stop of the moving objects, right? Force can make the moving objects more faster. If the vehicle is moving in a downward direction, again from the back side, we will go and push up that, again it will move, the vehicle will move it faster, because the additional force will apply. The extra force is applying with us from our body. We are applying the extra force, then the faster is moving, the object is moving in a more faster, right or wrong? And force can change the direction of the moving objects. For example, someone has thrown the ball, I am taking the bat, I am hitting the force, if the ball is coming to me on near the face of that, again I will hit that from the bat, the force applying here on the bat, and the ball will move towards other direction. It will move in other direction. That is nothing but, that is for force can change the direction of the moving objects also, and it will move. Force can change the shape of the objects. For example, the hot metal will be there, or hot iron is there in that metal in the fire, is the iron is keeping into the fire. After that, we have to take a hammer and keeping on to the applying the force on the metal. Then the changing of the shape. The shape will change. Change on the shape, right? That force can change the shape of the object. The metals of that, the metal shape also, it can change. Understood? Next, I am going to explain the contact force. What is the contact force? Force which act on a body either directly or same connector. Force can connect a body either under directly force. So, if anyone can come and push on our body, we will move from forward direction. Right or not? If anyone pull, we will come also in his direction only, because connected to the body. Right? Example, biological force, mechanical force, and frictional force, etc. These are the force of the contact force we will apply here in the biological force, mechanical force, and frictional force. So let us study about detail on this also, and contact force and uncontact force also I will explain here. Understood? Now I am going to explain that the example of contact force. So the contact force is first biological force or muscular force. Biological force or muscular force both are same. But muscular force means we know that when we are lifting something from the ground, the muscles will work. The muscle will apply the force. When we are lifting something, or somebody are going to a gym also, somebody is pulling and something on the vehicles or something we are pulling, and we are lifting, carrying, holding up. Thus, who will work? Who will apply the force? The muscles will apply the force. That is contact to the force. That is in the muscular force. That is nothing but muscular force. We are doing something work. We are lifting, we are pulling, we are pushing, and we are applying, we are using the hammer. The muscles will work, applying the force. That force is applying. That is for muscular force. And mechanical force, any device, any mechanical work is going on. If example, the train will move, the whole engine will take the whole boxes, whole connected to the one another, all that train whole part they will take, and the engine will push off to the train by going into the mechanical work. That the mechanical work is going on. In the bus, people are sitting in and the mechanical work is going on. Then the mechanical work into electrical work also process is going on. This work is will take to the buses. We can move in one place to another place. Right or wrong? So similarly the given of the frictional force. When two bodies are acting, these are the two objects. When we are reversing palm, the heat is generated, and frictional force. This is the frictional force we is applying. We are applying the force, then the both objects, the both hands, the palm will get heat, and heat applying the force of the frictional, the heat will produce in that. Right? So these are the force of the contacting force. When two palms are contacting, then the frictional will be done. The force is applying, then the palm will get heat. Right? That is the frictional force also. This is the force of the contacting. Now I am going to explain that is for non-contacting force. A force which do not make a direct contact with a body through space without contacting. This is a contacting. The contacting without any contactants. Right? Which are the force? Can you tell me that? Which are the force are there without contacting one to another body? One body will not contact to another body. The applying the force. See the example. First one is gravitational force. If I thrown, who will take down the chalk piece? If I thrown up, who will take the down? Who will push? Who will apply the force from the top? If I take up, then who will apply the top from the to push to down on the ground again? No, that is only one object is there. Here no second object to touch the chalk piece. It should come down. That is gravitational force. If someone is jump, and who will push from the top to jump to get down, to fall down, to get down onto the again on the earth, on the land, on the chest. You have to land on your feet. So who will push? This is only the gravitational force. Without contacting to another body, that is gravitational force. And electrical force or electrostatic force. If example I will tell, if you take one comb, you put some oil from the head and keep some chalk piece, keep some papers, torn pieces of the papers, and keep near of keep some papers. The papers keep near to that. It attracts. Who will attract? How to attract? That is only that static force, electrostatic force. The electrostatic force will be there. So then it will apply directly. It is the force of this non-contact force. And one more is there, that is for magnetic force. One object is there, one iron box is there, one magnet is there. If you take some near of that, suddenly it will attract. No one will push to the metal, or no one will push to the magnet. It will attract contactly, directly it will run. These type of contacts are nothing but these type of these are what will become non-contact forces. These are the non-contact forces, but does not any other object when apply the force onto the body. So without applying the force, only one object can apply. That one apply the force, and the second object automatically it will get the force, that is gravitational force, and electrical force or electrostatic force, and similarly the magnetic force also will be there. So these things I have explained in this chapter, and as part 2 I will explain the remaining part of this chapter in the next part. Okay.